Welcome, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. We are live from not the armpit of hell in East Carbon, Utah. I love saying that for some reason because it is the armpit of hell in East Carbon, Utah. But thanks for tuning in. We'll let some people come in here today a little bit, and then we will get underway. Hopefully, everyone had a wonderful 250th anniversary of the country yesterday. While not going to jail. You know, there's that. But we wanted to come in here on a Sunday night now, and make sure everyone got home safe today, last night as well. But thanks for tuning in. I got my little milk bone for the little doggy over here. Good to see you. Let me get my... I didn't have a story today. I had enough going on lately. But Chili just ended up with 5 streams, so we're just here to give them hell a little bit more. These criminals, before we embark on what's now going to happen this week. I don't want to give them too much of an idea of what we're going to do this week, everyone, but where's my other good pen? Here it is. Actually, it's not a really good pen, but it's a pen. But thanks for tuning in. Everybody's still probably celebrating. We're probably going to watch a video here after a bit. I haven't seen it yet. Mr. Dad, good evening, sir. Happy belated 4th to you. Geez, you little baby. Come here, Ben. I got to give it to you on camera so they know I'm not starving you. But does this dog look starved? This dog doesn't look starved, let me tell you. Whoa. Jumping rascal. Oh, hello there, everyone. Thank you. I'm very happy with this notification. Thanks, YouTube. Yeah, I didn't see you in Chili's chat either. It must have been. I mean, what a week. What a year. What a month. What's the matter with you? What's the matter with you? Yeah, that's my little good dog, PP, of course. Right. Let me get another little sip in here while we're just BSing a second. But Chili had just went live for a couple hours. If Chili can go live for 1 hour, I can at least go live or he did 2 hours and something. If he can do 2 hours without breaking a sweat, I can do one breaking a sweat. I think that's now the goal is whatever Chili does, I can do half and get away with it. That's all these lives and people. I mean, I've got unsubscribed from people, but there's so many people now to watch, and I guess my judgment at that is that's a good thing. Unfortunately, the way they got here was their rights were violated as well in some form or fashion, or a relative or a kid or their mother or their dog or whatever, the stupid pig shot their dog. I mean, who knows? We don't know why people find their way to our channels or our community. I guess the good thing, and I'll keep this part of it real brief. The good thing is, a year ago, when I heard all about this dissent amongst some of these other channels, I said to myself, all right, that's ridiculous. And then it goes on a little bit. Yet there is several people that don't put up with that shit, which is me. I don't put up with that with any of the channels. If you come attack me now, yeah, of course I'm going to call your ass out. But as far as any other channels, hey, look, go get them. Go get their asses. That's what you're supposed to do, by the way. Gotta redress your government. Ooh. I don't think Randall will make it. He doesn't get out of bed until like right about now, actually. So I'm not too sure if he'll even show up and do his job. But thanks, Dan, for showing up. What's the matter with you's here? The rest of them are somewhat spies, it looks like. We don't care either way. What's the matter? You says, whatever Chili does, I can do half. I can do half of what Chili can do. We're going to make a song about that now? You and Bones are going to make a song about whatever Chili does. The rest of, or not the rest of us, but some of us can at least do half. He's a lot younger than me too, though, and a lot thinner and better looking. So that's my response to that. Jeez. And that's a legitimate response, by the way. All right? That's a legitimate answer to that problem. There's that. We're over here talking shit over here. That's fine, though. That's good. As long as I can do 90 minutes. Well, now it's 80 minutes. Dad says, I can't do half of what Chili can do better than you. What? I can't do half of what Chili can do better than you. Can't do half of that's like folding the thing, and then you fold, and then you get down to, and then you go, oh, look. That's pretty good. I think I didn't hear. Let me see if one quick second. Talk amongst yourselves here. Don't steal anything. or if you can tell a joke from time to time, you'd have to tell a joke. I got to figure out this OBS thing, man. This thing's a little too complicated, and I've never been a streamer or none of this shit, so I got to figure all this shit out. It's sort of driving me nuts. Plus, it's too damn hot. It's pretty flippin' hot. Here, I got to stop swearing. So I made it to the point of enough videos and enough. Let's see if I made 500,000 today. This might be the 500,000 view stream. Actually, it's probably going to be in sometime this week. Let's see what I did here. Especially all the spies. Oh, no, 491. 491,000 views in, let's see, 12, June, July, or wait, May, June, 14 months. 14 months, almost 500,000 views. Grab it, good to see ya. Life is Lorana. It is. See, now he can write that, but I got to be careful because now I'm a valued contestant on this television show. So I'll just say, plucking hot. I'll just go that route and just say, that's what he meant. Is it's plucking hot. Plucking hot. Oh, there's Dixie. Dixie will be here any second. Oh, there's that. She'll probably. Hi, everyone. Or you better do it two hands. You don't want to be called something else or something. I gave you one. Here's a milk bone. That's it. I can't keep giving you treats all day just because you stare at me. 110 still. 110. It's 110? Wait, is it 110 degrees? No. Don't say that. It's 110? Jesus, you guys. I couldn't even be. In fact, I took my sandals off when I went and did something earlier. And there was those stupid stickers on it. I hate those damn, whatever the hell they're called, those little stupid stickers here. And they were underneath my shoes. So I took my sandals off quick before I walked in here. And my metal step up here was flipping, burning on. I went, holy shit. What the heck? So if it's 110 there, let's see, I gave you a joke. I missed it. Why can't Miss Piggy? Uh-oh, here we go. At least it's there's a pig involved into it. Why can't Miss Piggy count to 70? Because at 69, she gets a frog in her. She has a frog problem. Frog kind of an issue. That's all I can do. That's all I can do on that one. Oh, Justin Garza is here. Welcome, Mr. Justin Garza. Welcome to everyone from the Lorana Corporation. Absolutely. They're all wonderful people over there, and they own everything anyway, so you must be somewhat nice to. I watched a clip earlier today. I forgot which author it was. It was from a few years back. I was just scrolling over looking at some things, and there was a little Chinese, Asian person. I don't know what kind of Chinese, Japanese, any of those, which one or whatever. And it had a bun thing, and it was real short. The person was real short. I'm not it. That's a wrong kind of a connotation to the. I don't know if it's a boy, girl, whatever. Um, but at first I thought it was an old bow clip, and then I went, I don't, because I remember seeing him with like a samurai sword dude or whatever it was, whatever they're called. But then the cameraman, it was a lady though. I think it was a lady. Turns around and flips the camera off, which maybe that's Bao would do that as well. But and then I realized it was just a little samurai pretending to be a samurai person. So, frog in the throat after the age of a certain age. Gotcha. I understand. I read that wrong. See, that's why I was just making sure. 110 degrees. Ay, ay, ay. And it's still early July. It's 110 degrees. Wow. Yeah. Okay, let's get back to what we're doing today, which is I thought what's the matter? You was going to tell a joke or two, but that one was Grab It. This is what Grab It used to do a while ago, too, by the way. It's been a while since he's even worked, obviously. The heat's getting to him. He used to come along with facts all the time, these crazy facts, and then you'd have to read them, and some of them were monotonous. We're going to see if Grab It could get some of that going again, because those are sort of funny watching some of those things. My girlfriend left me yesterday. Joke was on her because her wheelchair was still in my trunk. Guess who came crawling back this morning? Well, that if that's not a joke, it's sort of on her, obviously, or she at least somebody can help her to the door or something. I'm not sure. There you go. Look, Grab It's there it is. Without proper tools, you can press a sticky, tacky against the back and twist counterclockwise. Alternately, carefully place the tips of a pair of scissors into opposing grooves. Okay. Capitalism exploits the working class, leading to a necessary revolution. Um, well, that's 250 years of leading up to that. That's very true, actually. So, you know, see, biking from Detroit to California on an e-bike takes about 40 to 80 days of actual riding, covering a distance roughly of 2,200 to 2,500 miles. And that's right, because it's 2,000 miles from, or 1,900 or so from Fort Collins to about Milwaukee. So you had a little bit more from Detroit, all the way to California. Yeah, that's right. He's probably right. Okay. Well, that one I do know from Stupid Humans because he deals with all the Aussies in the middle of the night. They all come into his stream. He was here last week, but it got a little crazy for that guy. Wombat poop is cube shaped. These Australian marsupials are the only creatures in the world that produce. That's true. I just learned that a year ago. I had no idea. I don't look for all these Australian things or some of their crazy animals, but that's a very true one. I didn't even believe it, and then as the Aussie people were talking, I went, "Whoa, they're actually telling the truth." What? I don't know if she's just overly hot today too. I think I don't even have one more up here. Oh, I got one more. One more, dude. That's it. I'm not kidding anymore. Turtles can breathe. This is like an educational stream. That's what this is. And once I figure out OBS or StreamYards or whatever, we'll get it all lined up here this week. Get some, even if I was to StreamYards, very simple. That's at least very simple or whatever. We'll do an educational stream. Educational stream. We're already on to education now. So let's see. Turtles can breathe out of their butts. What? Some aquatic turtles undergo bronchial respiration, taking oxygen through their rear ends so they can survive long periods underwater in the winter. For some reason, I believe that. Scammers can, this is grab it, scammers can manipulate, misuse, and spoof kiosk machines in several different ways, ranging from physical device tampering to psychological manipulation. What the hell are you talking about, crap? I don't even know what you're saying. Dairy Queen. Okay, so there was here at Grand Junction. I think this was last week, an officer shooting where some lady was in Dairy Queen of all places. I heard about it. I was out of town, and she started flipping out and maybe stabbing some people. Look, when you're out in the world now, it's a different world now. Don't have your headphones on. Don't have earplugs in and just be by. You got to pay attention, man. These guys are in Dairy Queen or whatever happened in Dairy Queen. And it was a lady. So that was even, or I wouldn't call her a lady, obviously. It's a female. Lady's sort of a nice way of saying female. Flipping out or on whack whatever she's on, start stabbing people, and the cop had to shoot the lady who had already stabbed some people, I guess. I guess we can look it up or some shit, but when you're out bebopping around, even if you're with your dogs or whatever, you gotta pay attention, man. People run over people, they're not paying attention, they're on their phone. They're stabbing people at a damn Dairy Queen now. You've heard of these stupid shootings at Walmart. I like walking into no Walmart. Holy shit. Oh, there's Ripple. There he is. Hey, buddy, good to see you. Long time no see, bro. Long time no see, Ripple. Good to see you, brother. starting a new job in Texas this week. Who wants to visit? Yeah, no. You know how hot it's going to be in Texas, you crazy? Damn it. It's so damn hot down there. Whoa. I mean, flipping, grabbing over here saying that today was 110 where he is. I can imagine living down there in Tucson or on the border. Look, an Irish German fella like myself wearing this hat, I would melt. And I can't melt in Texas. I've never even been to Texas. I can't go farther south than here. It's too hot for me. I'll cry if I have to go farther than here. I burned my foot on my step today. It pissed me off. Damn thing was so hot. And I think it was only 90 something here in Colorado. But there's fires everywhere going on. How hot is it here? Let's see. Pretty damn hot. It's hot everywhere, though. Let's see. Where the hell do you find the weather here in this thing? Let's see. Today was. It had to be. It had to be at least. Weather right now, it's 90, 92, 90, 90. 90 to 110 is a way big difference, let me tell you. Way big difference. Oh, Dixie, good to see you. Thank you for stopping in. Ripple's going to be a superintendent. 200 degrees, yeah. It probably will be. What's the hottest it's ever got? Like in Death Valley or something. What's the hottest? Let's look that up. That I'm interested in. What is the hottest day that the people in the United States ever had? Or I guess I could have said it.
The hottest day ever in the United States was July 10th, 1913, with a temperature of 134 degrees Fahrenheit recorded at Greenland Ranch in Death Valley, California.
There you go. Death Valley, July 10th, 1913. Right when they passed the Fed, the IRS, all these other stupid ass flipping programs, everything, but he's burning up. It's too hot. It's too terrible. Oh, here, let's just pass some the Fed and we'll steal everybody's money for the next 100 and a half years until there's a revolution. Go figure. July 10th, 1913, 134 degrees. Woo! 134 degrees. Superintendent. Hey, congratulations. Let's see. Gravitt says, Bayou Diesel is a well-balanced hybrid cannabis strain known for its pungent, earthy fuel aroma and euphoric, energizing cerebral effects. Look, that's too far over my head. Grab it. You can't be right. I can't process that many things, dude. It's too much. Ripple said, I did a store in Tempe and it was 118. Jeez. And now, when I was working in Boulder several years ago, 20 years ago, there was a guy from him and his wife lived in Phoenix, and he would tell me stories of they would. I mean, it's a constant fight of who's going to the store to get milk or cigarettes or if they have to go because you gotta open your car door. You gotta turn it on. Ow, 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 hot, hot. Turn it on. Try to get some air going in there as the sun's blaring on you're driving in this car. And I would just laugh and laugh and laugh. I mean, there was some serious fighting, he said, over just going to get cigarettes or something for the kid or whatever. Or maybe even pick up the kid. I mean, it was, I just went, whoa, I don't know how people live down there. It's pretty crazy. It melted my credit card on my dash. Even Chili was talking about in his chat that the cards, they start sort of shifting and bending and melting in the vehicles. It's been 125 in Arizona, 125 degrees. I don't know how they do it, kid. Even though you're a white chihuahua, I would be worried about your old ass. That's for sure. They say hi. There's nothing down here. You gotta look over here. See, look. I think that was Jody. Jody, I heard a ding. Jody will be here any second. My favorite moderator in the world. Next, Dixie. This guy's finally working on his truck next door. Yeah, don't leave lighters in vehicles. Oh, shit, I bet. Or even car chargers or anything. I don't even know how. And look, we've had no winter here in the West. There was nothing there. We didn't have any snow. We barely had snow. And so why do you think all these fires are going on? In fact, I better look up the fires here right now. See how close they're getting. Oh, that's what I wanted to ask. Okay. Have any of you been on a live stream on this Tiki Tacky Talkie site? Have any of you ever been on those Chinese sites, Asians, whatever it is? I don't know who owns it now. It got so hot in 1996 in Tennessee, my lighter exploded in the car. Right, so Howie, Mile High Community Watch. First, talk to you into putting videos over there on that Tiki Tacky thing. And when Chili was live here a minute ago, I went over on Instagram. I had already signed up for all these platforms. I hear people keep getting banned. So why go do work over there? And then your account gets, it's just, I'm just not so sure about that stuff. And that's why when you own your own damn network and have the backing of no censorship distribution company, satellite distribution companies that understand censorship, you know, this started way back in 2017 with the YouTube ban. And then everybody tells me, oh, I got banned off of Facebook and TikTok and flipping, I guess, Elon Musk. Take it easy, Ripple. Bye, bye, bye. One of those. Good to see you, though. Good to see you. I see you flying everywhere, man. You have a great trip. I know you're going to be hot. You keep them dogs cold, man. Make sure they got ice. And make sure they got ice jackets or something down there. Ice jackets. That's all I can come up with. Fires are, this is Dixie saying this. Fires are started by illegal immigrants, just like when Obama rounded them up. Not really sure. No, I know they are, Rip. I'm just messing with you, buddy. I'm just messing with you. But there are people that start these. Let me look up. I got to see because the fires in Colorado. This Aspen fire, it's southeast part of, it's not Aspen, Colorado, but I don't know why they're calling it Aspen. The Aspen fire. This is 4 hours ago. Thunderstorms, heat, and wind will hamper efforts to contain Colorado fires. July 5th. Thunderstorms with high winds on Sunday could hamper efforts to contain a massive wire. See, try out live on TikTok. They're listening to me and my phone. They all listen. Could hamper efforts to contain a massive wildfire that has scorched parts of southern Colorado. 86,000 acres in a week, with 13% contained. Holy shit. Other wildfires are burning in the state, including the Ferris Fire in southwest Colorado that has grown to 42,000 acres and is only 7% contained. The Gold Mountain Fire, which is also in the southwest, has grown to 25,000 acres and 0% contained as of Sunday. Holy shit, this is bad. I might have to get the hell out of here. Those are bad numbers. 7% contained, 13%, and 0%. And I'm right in the mountains of Colorado. Jeez Louise. Ay, ay, ay. I need some new damn glasses. It's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. It's, well, I mean, it's not good. Yeah, it's not good. That's pretty crazy. Um, well, this land that is on fire, I'm in a mountain. I'm in the mountains. So um, where all these fires are burning, the 4 hours from here, not 4 hours, hour and a half from here, there was an evacuation order on Friday for a town that was 20,000 people and an hour and a half from me. And that's a town, 20,000 people. It's actually a town. I'm on a highway in the mountains. So if I go away, everybody's in trouble. A lot of angry people. We got to get this show underway. So, but we're just having fun tonight. What are we at? 40 minutes. See, look, there's 45 minutes of talking. I could have done 20 more minutes of just sitting here talking, and then that's the show. 1 hour. Boom, done. I don't know how many people would want to watch that, but we'll just have to see. That's a lot of acres, man. I can't believe that. I mean, that's pretty dangerous. And it's only going to get hotter. Yay. That's pretty messed up. Here's 1 hour ago. Colorado ranchers rushed to save livestock in Aspen. Yeah, now you got to move a bunch of animals, horses, cows. 86,000 acres and 6% contain 150 homes and other structures have burned so far in 1 week. In 1 week. Jeez. So they lock us up in COVID. They tell us that'll never happen again. They spray us with chemtrails. They don't seed the clouds ever so we can get rain and snow, like they have done so many other times. And now there's fires burning everywhere. And groceries are, a pack of ham is $8. A little cheap pack of ham is $8 flipping. Jody, good to see you. I didn't even realize Jody's here. Thank you, Jody, for stopping in. We are going to try to go live every day until we get a contract for the show. Just got to go live every day. Got to reach out to auditors every day. The ones who have content, actual content, grab it. Actual content is what I'm shooting for. I know you have content. It is actual content, but it's not. It's good content, but it's not. You're on a different plane, sir. Weather modification evolves into classified weather weaponizing systems. So, yeah, the ones in Utah look deliberate, I know. Well, I mean, it's so dry. We had no winter once again. This is like the second year in the West here. We really didn't have a winter. Actually, it's been about 3 years. A couple of years, quite a few years back, we had a great big winter full of snow. and then nothing again. So, all right, that in itself is too bizarre. It's at each end of the city, circling the city. Where's that at? Grab it. Where are you talking about that one? What's the matter? You says a pack of ham. Don't eat pigs. They full of parasites. What's the matter with you? Look, I got enough problems. What's the matter, you? I don't need to worry about you and your dirty pig ham parasite stories. I like to chew it up because I'm envisioning a dirty pig wallowing as I eat one of their partners. That's why I do it. Plus, my dogs get a hot dog every day. And Brenda lasted about 16 and a half years old. She had a hot dog every day of her life. So does this little rat, gets a hot dog every day. uh, okay, so we are at July. Okay, we are at July. Uh, Somebody put in here it is. There's the website. Okay, for everybody that wants to do a show, that knows how to speak, that knows how to think about. I need you to think about programs that you enjoy that can be a success. I know what I'm doing is a success, and I know all the people that do this shit that are already successful. So we put this plan together for a First Amendment community, and so I'm not. But anybody else down the line with interactive TV come, it's on its way. All this hoopla over nobody actually. Uh, this is the future. YouTube is not the future. Instagram isn't the future. All these little Mickey Mouse platforms, yes, they'll be part of social media, but satellite distribution, 70% of every television, I don't even own a television. I got a monitor for this, second monitor for this thing when I bought this computer, but 70% of the TVs that are in all people's homes are smart TVs. So the interactivity is coming no matter what. No matter what button you push or whatever you're watching, it is coming. The problem is censorship. That's the problem. Anyway, let me put this website here. Okay, that's what it is. Now, if you go to this website, /producers, you go to the producers page, it tells you all kinds of information that you would want to know and think about a millions upon millions idea of people watching satellite distribution on. There's 8 satellite distribution companies in the United States 8. There's several in Canada, and then you got everywhere else across the world, India and everywhere else. You know how many people in India have smartphones now? They're all going to be watching this shit. Okay? .com. Let me get this back here 1 second. I'm terrible at this shit. Where do I need these? And then if you go /producers, you go to /producers, tvnetworks.com, freedomtvnetworks.com/producers. You go right to my page, and you will see what we have been developing. Not just me, several people, more than several people. There's so many players that have been involved in this since 2018. They knew what was coming. I joined a year ago and went, oh, hey, I know all the greatest auditors in the world and the First Amendment guys. And they all went, well, what's a First Amendment auditor? What's that? And I went, oh, well, let me tell you. So this is the exciting news that millions of people will finally get to watch. Because when Long Island Audit only has, well, when he gets arrested, now he's got 1,500 people in his 1,500 people. Chili, 1,000 people from time to time. Look, we're talking millions of people being able to watch every day on every tablet, everything they have, their phone, in their home, everything. This is what's going on. And that makes me very happy. Contact the feds. ICE, they don't F around and make sure they know that the locals are in on it. Yes, let's see. But this is Dixie. But our sheriff protects them from the cartel money. They all have the city contractations, man. And and that's why I say what I do. I know the truth about a lot of different things. And look, you can't have a bunch of dirty pigs ticketing you and me over the dumbest shit and flipping stickers and right turns and jaywalking and stepping off a curb and getting arrested, and then having the border wide flip and open. I don't care who doesn't like what I say about that. Okay, that's ridiculous. If you're telling me I can't step off a curb and you let 20 flipping thousand people just walk on over here, I mean, where's the priorities here? The people that are complaining about tickets need to keep that also complain about that damn border. Everybody else has a border, a house, a door. They just don't walk in. So I have different views on the whole border shit than most. Nobody's illegal, all that shit. Get the hell out of here. That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my life. Okay, I don't care who doesn't believe it. Okay. Everyone owns their car, they own their house, they own their whatever. And you just can't, people start piling into your car. You go, well, what are you doing? Well, we all live here now. We all work here. We all want to ride. Well, the whole world can't come to the United States of America. They can't. It's the dumbest thought in the world to keep saying the whole world needs to come here. For what? Stay where you live. Fix it there. Okay? That's what a gate is for. Go away. Okay? This whole bullshit coming to this flipping country, everyone, that's crazy. And I don't care who says it. It's ridiculous. Makes no sense. It just doesn't make any sense. And anybody that keeps saying it, I'll challenge down the line their belief in that system. They all want to be safety and secure with their property, their papers, their house, their life, their neighborhood. If you live on the border, that's your neighborhood. Should that not be secure? Should wherever you're renting or buying, should that not be secure? People can just come on over and you gotta let them in. Okay, that's crazy. That's crazy. It has to stop. Here's my position. I'll be very front about this. I don't care. No more immigration. Period. None. Zero. None. Whoop. That's my position. We got enough problems in this country. You think you think I'm going to worry about every other Tom, Dick, and whoever coming here? No, it's not a thing. The border should be secure everywhere. Your house should be secure everywhere. Your car should be. Okay, this whole free for all thing is absolutely ridiculous. It's ridiculous to me. So that's just how I feel. A lot of people feel different. Nobody's illegal. Everybody can walk wherever they want. They can live wherever they want, whatever. Well, then why is it a country? Why is it a state? Then it's not. There is no states. There is no country. Everybody can just walk wherever and do whatever they want. No, that's no. These things, if you want to tear the government down and change all the laws for that, and you want to change the laws for everybody to have a free for all, let's see how that works. Because that's now coming because of the last 100 years of just people. Look, my grandfather came over here on a ship in 1919 from Germany, from Hamburg. Okay, now look at Germany. Now look at Germany, by the way. Because of all these wars since World War II, they have now flooded all of Europe. And from everywhere. Germany's not Germany anymore. London isn't London anymore with a bunch of Englishmen around. It's very disturbing, actually. It's very, very disturbing, actually. If anybody was going to talk about croutons, dirty croutons, I made sure to grab my toothbrush today because I last night I had dreams of actually sickening, here over there, Randall's over there eating dirty croutons off the floor. And then so it just flipped me out. Oh my God, I got to brush my teeth before I have a thing today. Let's see. Let's go back and read some messages here. Most people, let's see. Let's see. That says supplied with East Bloc weapons. The cartel went from Venezuela through the Darien Gap, through the open borders to forward operating bases, penetration into the interior. Okay. Cartels, because the words Hezbollah has already been taken. That's true. Let's see. What's Matthew says it is ridiculous. Biden did that on purpose, so the next president could double down on the police and prisons. That's absolutely correct. I absolutely believe that. Remember, they are all taking orders from the same bosses, and it isn't us. I absolutely believe that. We know about that. Yeah, it's I I thought 10 years ago with the 2016 election of Trump and the other Satan lady. Uh, I don't even like saying her name, Hillary Clinton bitch. Um, I thought then things are going to go very fast. And I guess in a sense that's correct because right after that, all they did is mess with him or play to mess with him. And then COVID happened, which was a test run for what they're obviously about to do now. And everything is so expensive: electric, gas, food, anything you want to buy. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous right now. Things that were $5 5 years ago are now $12, and it's never changed. It's never changed. It's not going to change. And I guess I could say, do they want an uprising? They probably do. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna claim that they or know that they're going to do that, but Grabbit says, or wait, he says they make banking on holding people in cells and don't care if they die or not. And that's why any of these guys that go to jail now, including myself now, they're going to want to lock me up in 2.5 weeks. Trust me on this. For this injunction bullshit. And everyone's going to know if they do that. Everyone's going to know when I go to court and everything else. And if they attempt to do that. Because they want to silence us all. And that's the worst part about, if you're out here being free, going after them, talking about them, filming them, putting it online, giving them hell, that's good. But if you're in their confined cage, you're at the mercy of these pieces of shit. And that's, Long Island went to jail, Chile just went, when these guys go to jail, I get very worried because they, I wouldn't have been praising them if they were nice to me in jail because you're in jail. So I'm not going to praise any of these scumbags. That I'll never do. Snarky, good to see you. Thank you for coming on in. Snark is a channel that goes over that flipping stupid humans and hangs out with those Australian people. It's pretty funny, actually. Stupid humans ain't, but at least the chat's funny. Stupid humans is not funny. He's an angry little man. An angry little man. There goes the last assaulted. But when I go back to Colorado, they had a bunch more of these on the shelf, and I'm gonna grab them. I'm going to grab it. Okay? But I got to stick to my 90 minutes. Otherwise, boy, I can. Okay? Good to see you, Snarky. Snark was hanging out up there with at the Bricks and Minifigs protest up there in American Fork. That frugal lady is whatever. She does a lot of stuff in Utah and sort of gives them hell a little bit. She's into the Bricks and Minifigs things, But some of these people, they dance on the fence, man. They have a channel or whatever they did. And I'm not saying this lady is. I don't know this lady, and I don't know. But all I do remember is from her was saying, don't antagonize the police. Okay, number one, she's at a protest. So, I mean, somebody's going to antagonize the police. There he is. That's the guy. So it just made me laugh when I heard, be nice to the. What? No, that's not going to happen. Okay. We don't do the nice to police. We know how police are, so we don't do be nice to police. I'll be professional and cordial. I'm not going to be nice. And when you slip up and act a fool, I'm going to let you have it to your face. I don't care who you are. You're a dirty pig. So if you do your job and be nice, I can be professional all day long. Once you flip it at all bets are off. I'm going to cuss your ass out. I don't give a shit who you are. Don't bother me at all. Yeah, Snark's pretty good, man. These people are good, except for stupid humans. And don't send him a message. Don't bring him over here. I don't need to cuss that weirdo out tonight. I like stupid though, but I don't need his attitude tonight. These jail MFers who say this is what's the matter you saying this. We don't want to make it easy on you. Don't get arrested. Everyone who comes in there is innocent, not yet convicted of anything. That's so sick they should be prosecuted. Now, when Harvey was getting arrested yesterday, and truth be told, was going to drive his truck, the dirty pig just goes, no. Okay, number one, that's an old truck. Harvey's not driving some brand new truck. That flippin' Toyota Tundra they made that, the earliest models of that Tundra, it was 2000, or I think it was 99 through 2003. Okay, that's a Toyota Tundra with a V8 on it. I had one of those. That's not a new truck. It might still be a good truck. Actually, they had frame problems and they withered away those Toyota piece of crap frames. I bought one of those trucks for my kid, actually. But that dirty pig sat there and went, no, as he's handcuffed over a Lowry situation, a harassment stalking charge of a city council member. That's quite ironic, don't you think? That's pretty ironic. A city council member charged a citizen with stalking and harassment. Wow, where have we seen that before? Maybe me and Harvey should do a podcast and talk about our stalking harassment charges. That aren't true. This judge, a week ago, whatever it was, I guess it was a week ago, it was last Monday, because they played a bunch of my videos where I am overly brash in some of my conversations, this lawyer said, you need to sanction him. Well, that judge, the cartel mayor city attorney that I had to go in front of, who signed this bullshit, is making me come back to fucking Utah to see him in court. And this lady, lawyer, friend of the court, judge, works with them all, said, put sanctions on me. Well, what does that mean? What does that mean? That means arrest him. Lock him up for his free speech. That's what it means. When they arrested me months ago for dog licenses, look, I hadn't been to court in 25 years for any damn thing. Dog licenses. And this bullshit with these scumbags, these criminal ass little towns. All these fuckers are exposed. I'm not letting none of this shit go. They're all going to be exposed for the rest of their lives. Period. Period. That's it. You want to play these games? You guys with these little bitch-ass little court dates and shit, okay, and arrest some of the biggest names in the world? What do you think we're going to do? We're going to make sure everyone knows your names everywhere all the time. And I'm the guy to help do it. I'm the guy to help do it. This is how dumb they are. I've explained it to them. And they know my friends. They lived in the same town I did. They just don't know that they are those kind of people that actually know television people, actually know what they're about to do in television. And for everybody that says, oh, television is a bunch of, yeah, years ago it was, you're right. But let me tell you what it's now going to be. It's going to be the modem of where everyone gets to see us everywhere we go. We'll be everywhere, every one of us, everybody that has content. What I'm doing, what they've done, what I've joined them to do, what everybody still doesn't understand yet, and I understand that. That's okay. It's no big deal. They will. They will. And I'll be going live every day. I have to get in the process of going live. All these people that are going to be host with me, they're going to have to do a show every day. If you sign up, you sign the contract to do a live show every day where millions of people will be watching you, just like every other television program, NBC, ABC, all these movie channels. You're going to be. If you go on satellite distribution right now and look up the 8 satellite distribution companies across the United States, they have hundreds of channels. Hundreds of channels advertisers pay for, whatever it's soccer or the NBC or whatever, True TV. I don't have TV, so I have no idea. I don't know how that part of it works anymore. But what I do know is it's broadcast everywhere. And the amount of people that watch us every day, what do you think they're going to be watching when we're doing live broadcasts every day? We're going to be watching all the shit that happens everywhere in the world. Every day. That's how it works. That's how it worked then, and that's how it's going to work now. But now the interactivity of the program is going to be the draw. Did this cop violate somebody's rights? Yes or no? A, B, or C, or whatever. Everybody vote, just like So You Think You Can Dance, American Idol, whatever. Call in, have somebody in to discuss what they did to them in Ironton, Ohio, in Sedona, California, in Kissimmee, flipping Florida. Look how the dirty pigs are down here. Let me tell you my story. Let's get you on the line. What do you think's about to happen? We need to expose them every day. Every day. That's the website. Go to it. Look it up. Subscribe. A lot of work has been put into this since 2017. That's 8 years, man. 8 years of knowing what's coming. Satellites everywhere. This is the future, not just all these platforms that want to kick your ass off every day. No. Everyone watches what we do. Everyone does. And they will continue to watch it. Let's see. What happened to Randall? What do you mean? What happened to Randall? Nothing happened to Randall. Snarks, this is earlier. She writes HFTCD. I'm not sure what that means. I got a few guesses what that means, but I'm not really sure what that means. It's funny to me. Well, it's Sunday. Maybe he was, I don't know. He'll probably show up right here at the end. And he's probably listening right now. They go, yeah, I've been here the whole time. I was picking croutons up from last night still, and I was making sure the floor is swept with the croutons. That's what he was worried about today, probably. All right, well, look, we're the last 15 minutes. We're supposed to tell jokes and not blast about everything else. Let's just everybody calm down. Let's just get home. Whatever it is, I'm not sure how you do it. I think you do the happy hands or whatever it is. Congrats on earning TikTok Live. So if you're not subscribed to my TikTok, whatever it is, Ticky Tacky. I'm not sure. I don't even know what it's called. Or let's see, the live center. Warm up your live. Okay, I'm not going to go live, obviously, but go over to my TikTok, look up whatever the hell my channel is. East Carbon Exposed 1. East Carbon Exposed 1. They wouldn't let me have East Carbon Exposed for some weird reason. Um, so go subscribe because we're going to try a live coming up here on the Ticky Tacky. You know, there's a bunch of kids over there, and who knows how it's going to go. I don't know how the mod shit goes over there. I have no idea. I'm sure it's not the best. But it's going to be interesting. The rest of this year is going to be interesting. We got fires going on around me. We got the 9/11. The midterms just finished. And the distraction over this war bullshit with the Epstein list and everything that's happening in California and everywhere else is actually unbelievable. And more people should be calling these criminals out, that they're not being arrested. I have I have a few things that I got to do videos about, and I'm gonna stick to that. And one of them is this Epstein clown, and that these officials that have me in court and Chile arrested over stepping off the flipping curb, and Harvey being arrested by a harassment charge by a city council scumbag down in Texas, and all these baby rapers. I mean, I don't care if you hate Trump, like Trump or not. All of you Trump likers should be cussing this piece of shit out because ain't nobody arrested. You got to ask yourself why. Donald. And I voted for his ass. It's the last time I voted was flipping in 2016 for this flipping guy. And it's just a waste of effort with these clowns. That's all it is. Just a waste. Yeah, I don't know where Randall's here. Anyway, it doesn't matter where Randall's is. He's fired. The show was on. I told him we had a show today, and we're doing a show every damn day because I got to do a show at least for 1 hour every day. I got to be able to do a show every day. Having a host is going to be good. Several hosts, you can bounce off, but it's only an hour program on satellite TV. It's an hour. So as long as I'm doing an hour plus or talking shit, whatever I'm doing for an hour, but it's going to be good. That's the only way to change what we're doing is calling them out and getting the word out to a bigger audience. All this little stuff and yet these things that a lot of these guys have done have been very, very good. You've got Bail.ai, that's Chile. You got Attorney Shield up there with Long Island Audit and Lackluster. These companies and wonderful, helpful tools for citizens that are exposing corruption. We're going to need every one of us to continue along this line. And I'm I'm very happy that all these guys are my friends and that I know these people. It's uh, it's a blessing to any way around it. I don't care who you are. If you're in my chat or you're just watching or you're being inquisitive a little bit, if you're watching and learning about the government or why they do what they do, or why is this guy calling somebody a dirty pig, or whatever, you know, what makes these people tick? Why do they, why does Chili talk the way he does? Why does Brian? Why does Flex? Why does Long Island Auto, Leroy, Harvey, Jason Followell, CJ? I have such a big list. Ripple was in my chat earlier, and I remember talking to him many, many months ago, by the way. He said, I got 10,000 contacts in my phone. I said, well, at least I got the top 200 ready. Ripple's been around for years. So have I. But it's good. It's good to know that Ripple doesn't stop, Chili doesn't stop, Leroy's not going to stop, Harvey's never going to stop. Truth be told, not going to stop. The Florida guys, the caveman was in here the other day. I'm just this little channel. Remember, I'm just this little channel that nobody knows. Yeah, just wait. Just wait. The excitement every day. I know where this is about to go, and you guys, if you want to be famous, keep messing with me. If you don't want to be famous, turn the other way and go away from me. Don't bother me. Sure as hell don't bring me to court. That's the quickest way to make your ass famous, is bring me to court. I'm just going to be honest with you. If you bring me to court, whoever you are or whatever you're doing, I'm going to make your ass so famous for the rest of your life, your head's going to spin. That's now my job. That's my job now, is to make you famous when you bring me and my friends to court. That's now my job. I picked East Carbon Exposed for a reason, though that name, okay, for a reason. I never wanted to take it to this point of embracing the name. I just thought it'd be good for the time being. Well, this hat changed my whole story now. Now I got to wear the hat everywhere I fucking go now down the line. Wait, look, I'm in Colorado, and I was this a few months ago. I was in Walmart somewhere around here. Somebody recognized me, man. I'm in a different state. The guy came up to me, a kid, shook my hand. Hey, are you from East Carbon? Oh no. Oh no. What do you think's going to happen after a while here? What do you think's going to happen? When you keep messing with my friends that is exposing corruption in these dirty pigs, after we keep telling you we don't stop. There is no stop or quit in any of us. None of us, no matter what. And there's many more, thousands of new channels, by the way. Thousands. This is going to be the biggest. Oh, shit. No. Nope, you don't know. You don't get to come in here at 90 minutes in and act like, no. You don't get to do that. Bullshit. Randall, you're fired. You're fired. You are so fired. You are so flippin' fired that I knew that would happen. This guy. What the hell? Are you kidding me? Okay, man, shut up. Look, you start bringing up these people. And this is good, though. Look, you got Florida. You got up north. You got California with chili earlier today. You got me right here amongst all the fires. You got all this shit. And I'm so happy to know everybody, actually. I'm actually very happy to know and blessed, by the way, to know all these people, to know all about these stories, know all about the crouton fetishes. The people have these weird, disgusting crouton behavior fetishes. Like, some of these things are quite weird. But you can't hold the crouton. You can't hold it any issue against the crouton people of the world, unless they're walking around on the ground and they're trying to find a morsel of, with the mice, another piece of crouton. Now, I don't know what Randall's been doing all day. Sure seems that he hasn't been here working, so obviously he's searching the cupboards for lost croutons. It's not good with this guy. I can't fire him for now, though, because he might be hungry. I'm not sure. It's not a thing. Can't do that for now. Everybody wants to come in when my 90 minutes are up. You assholes. Now, look, I got to stay with my limit. The HR department has we covered a lot of stuff, and then people want to show up, and they all went to dinner. They were all eating dirty croutons, and we're going to have a crouton party. A dirty crouton hot dog party where we're going to throw I don't know if that's illegal, but maybe I better not say it. Croutons and hot dogs on different properties. And look at John Lund shows up. Osgood shows up. Everybody shows up late. What the hell is going on? Oh, maybe these are the criminals. Oh, here's my TV guy. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Hello? Hello?
Hi, Jason Brock here.
Mr. Brock, how are you, sir?
Pretty good. I was looking at my phone, and apparently at the same moment I was sending you the final draft of the MOU, apparently you were calling me, and the phone wasn't where I was. So, anyway, I wanted to let you know you got the version 7, July 4th MOU version. I sent it to you as a non-editable thing to forward on my projects or whatever you want to do with it as packaging. But anyway,
Okay, hold on. Just so you know, Brock, you are live. I've been live for the last 90 minutes. So you are, and everyone from my live stream is now listening to my TV buddy. So what would you like to say to my to my internet friends and cohorts, one of which has a crouton fetish? It's sort of strange. I'll discuss that with you later.
But hold on to your hats, I guess.
Hold on to your hats. if you were going to say one thing, okay, my time limit is normally around 90 minutes from now on, and I just did an hour and a half without my HR guy. But but since you called, please give some instructional ideas of how this will go. Go right ahead. You got the next 5 minutes.
All righty. Well, I've been respecting Jason Ramke as a First Amendment auditor in a fight against corrupt East Carbon City, Utah, their city council and their
hey Brock, let's talk about the courage with cameras. We don't have to go into East Carbon.
Well, out of this fight, we recognize that there's a need for a united effort of about 200 YouTube internet First Amendment auditors who hold police, corrupt ones to account since of commission and omission on video, where there's a police chief talking a man to death, not letting him in an ambulance like Sam Leonard in East Carbon, to other city councils that give an injunction to keep a reporter like Jason out of the city hall because the receptionist, groundskeeper.
Hold on. Yeah. I don't need that. Hold on. I can't. You can't say names on my live stream due to the court stuff right now. So please don't say so. But just let's talk about TV, Brock. Let's talk about TV, Brock. Let's talk about TV.
Well, out of this effort and our admiration for Jason's courage with cameras, we decided to assist him at Freedom Interactive Television Networks Association, Inc. That's a nonprofit designed to bring three-way television into existence. Three-way TV, first off, is old one-way TV, propaganda TV. Then you add smartphones on the screen through 120 patents. That gives you the audience gets on the show. That's two-way TV. And then three-way TV is where you include millions of people interested in the topic, the audience talking to the audience, and it's empowered to rate, label, warn, phone vote on a topic. And if somebody proposes force of law on a topic, then that's a separate phone vote than a topic. Well, out of all of this, we recognize that what was needed was there were so many events happening every day to these First Amendment auditors on the forefront of watching out for our rights, be it in 28 different categories, what they call RAPs, or the First Amendment: religion, assembly, petition, press, free speech. And so we wanted a news show. And so Jason has helped create and concept out First Amendment Courage with Cameras, First Amendment Auditors News. So it'll be a daily news show, run 3 times a day, morning, evening, and middle of the night. 25% of America's up at night. And in the process, this would involve about 54 media companies, data centers, other media folks that are interested against censorship. Fitness, other main thing is we are against executive of TV networks or platforms telling you what you can think or not think. The audience can decide that. It can be empowered to rate things several different ways, not one standard way of PG-13 or something. And in these different rating systems, people can say, hey, if this First Amendment auditor loses his head and is a potty mouth, well, some mom will give him a skull and crossbones with a toilet, as a symbol. So other moms will know, hey, I want my kids to understand the First Amendment, but not necessarily from this irate fellow.
Well, but hold on. Swearing is legal. You do understand that it's
legal is one thing. Reaching a wider audience and having it approved by the moms in the audience is their prerogative.
Okay, so that's fair. You're right.
Each other and other members of the audience, as many people know how to use chat boxes, threads, all sorts of ways of interactivity that are standard out there among 5.5 billion people with smartphones. This effort in the First Amendment for America will probably rapidly go international on satellites over every continent we have offered to us on discounts. What we'd like to do with Jason spearheading the effort with his TV series, as well as it incorporates social media. We call those content aggregation networks, whereas other television and distribution is called content distribution networks, or CDN. So you slam them together and we have what's called mass audience response systems. And that's what Jason is pioneering with one hand tied behind his back and trying very hard to do this as rapidly as we can. We're doing outreach to advertising agencies that are independent. About 2,700 are independent, away from corporate agencies that generally favor censorship and keep it in place. So we're going to the independents, and it'll debut on Women Leading Interactive Television Network, which is ramping up this year, and it'll start there among a lot of half the demographic plus some guys like me, and like to see what the ladies are thinking. And but women need a network. So this particular set of rights has a lot to do with individual women's rights, and they're very interested. And how interested? Well, we started running the numbers on just the YouTubers, not counting Instagram or X or anything where others or they might have additional exposure.
Here you go, guys. These are the numbers we put together this last year, and with all of us were blown away. Go ahead, sir.
It took us a while from about December of last year into the first quarter of this year, and we quantified it at 7.4 billion, that's with a B, as in a buzzy bee, views that these YouTubers had accumulated on the topic of civil rights and individual rights, how you defend them, how you need to be wiser in dealing with authorities when they're trying to take them away from you and selling you a swan song. And then they have 19 million subscribers. Now, 19 million is about 5 million more than the number one television network of NBC.
You said 19 million, all of us. 19 million.
Yes, it's about 202 of you were in the initial tally there.
And that's one platform, right? That's just YouTube.
That's just YouTubers.
That's just YouTube. Right.
Yeah. And so they have other outlets, but we didn't count that. We're just trying to get a measure of what's there. And give you an idea, Amazon Prime Video is about 5 million behind that, and Netflix is 6 million behind that. And then you get to other television networks. And what's of interest to ad agencies that would support controversial television would be the number of what they call actuals. That's people who engage with the topics, not just that they click on a website and they leave, or they leave it on the screen for 50 minutes, but they're not doing anything. The actuals requires, some form of interactivity to be proven. So in this context, the number of views, daily views of these 202 First Amendment auditors is about 2.4 million. To put that in context.
1 year ago, by the way. Rock, that was 1 year ago we put these numbers together. 1 year ago.
Yeah, Jason and I counted them up. We did a lot of skull work sitting next to each other at a computer and YouTube. And
months of work together, everyone. Months of work.
Just to quantify this, to make it an easy choice for the media buyers at the ad agencies. One, when they look at our distributors, to channel 800 other channels, what's one more channel? They don't care. Some do, some don't. Who are in the censorship, but these are top executives or CEOs of companies that are disgusted with much of the way that the current media is operated and run, and boring, frankly.
And they're all statists, by the way. They're all statists.
This is interesting to me. It kind of blew me away when I looked at the ratings, including Nielsen. By the way, Nielsen just rated YouTube as the number one TV network. So the network of what we're calling My Individual and Civil Rights Channel, MICR, for short, MICR, would have the number 6, say a year from now, with the number of people who already watch YouTube, watching it on other forms of their screen on regular distributed television, plus, of course, their existing audience, would be the number 6 network, and that's just ahead of ESPN. And I whistled when I saw that. I said, so more people are interested in their rights than are interested in sports. Wow. So at that point, I decided to get serious about figuring out how to ramp this up. And we already had contacted 54 media companies that are either allies of or members of FITNA, or Freedom Interactive TV Networks Association. And so we have media coordinators, we have satellite, cable, and streamers, in our case, to and from devices, which is a little different. And if you go to Freedom TV Networks, that's with an S.com/producers, that takes you to a page of manuals, and you'll see 5 manuals there and some other diagrams to make this understandable to anybody who has no idea how television works, and that's many people in social media. And there are people in television that have no idea how social media works either. So assuming that you're talking to some First Amendment auditor who kind of handles YouTube and can edit their thing a little bit and show what happened on the street, well, they get rewarded for the kind of camera work, the audio levels. Maybe they stick a title and a moniker on it. You know, those functions they get rewarded for as a percent of any possible net profit.
Okay. Hey, Brock, let me harness you just a little bit. I need you to please let the audience know what is the inevitable outcome of what we're doing. That's what. Okay. Hold on. Harvey got arrested for yesterday for harassment and stalking, shockingly, from a city council member in Texas yesterday. Chili just got out of jail the 4th of July. Long Island Audit got arrested last week. Where is this going, and when can this happen, sir?
Well, where some of these local agencies think that they can trample on somebody's rights with, in the case of Long Island Audit, over 1 million subscribers and 1 billion views, and do that with impunity, they're going to learn what trespass laws really are. They're going to learn out of their paycheck what happens, but mostly there's going to be several million people on a daily basis familiar with their shenanigans in trying to talk you out of your rights or bull you into, you can't trespass on a government lobby, or whatever other fine tuning they wish to come up with as lies, basically, about the First Amendment rights. So on a daily basis, millions of people, more than what currently are aware of this, these people will be getting about $15 million from ad agencies per quarter for this 3 times daily show, where there'll be more and more people tuning in, till the point is we get more and more auditors with their own shows in different specialties, from family law to what do you do when you get a car ticket, to dealing with a warrant at the door, what are your rights? You know,
and I can bring up everybody, anyone from the East Coast down to Florida. We got Caveman in here. We got Chili. I just was on a stream with him earlier, chatting with him. You got me in the right in the middle. You got Flex. You got everyone here. I know the UK guys, by the way, too. And so what we're doing to say,
be a really big shoe is
well, I have said this to Brock and many people over the last year. This is going to be the biggest thing in the world, because when they're constantly arresting people that are stepping off a curb,
holding up a sign to support homeless vets.
Holding up a sign. Auto. You got, he knows all about Jeff Gray.
Now, here's another thing. There are several organizations out there that have increased their donations in just the last year due to a lot of activity, mostly by the federal government on ICE and others, But across the board, just the 2nd of July, the Federal Communications Commission was hearing from the existing media associations, not FITNA, that they want to have a government system of rating by social conservatives and socialists. So the full gamut. They want the government to tell you how to rate what's the speech on the social media and television.
That's PG, rated R, PG, all the stuff we grew up with, right?
Yeah, that grew up with a motion picture association with Frank Valente with Lyndon Baines Johnson, and it is inadequate. People want to know, well, what kind of music is there? What kind of violence is there? What kind of sex is there? Give us something to go with here on the artistic statement here. The parents in particular want to know. And so what we're looking at now is a counter attack that's going to take everybody who believes in the First Amendment. And one of the hallmarks of the organizations with FITNA media firms is that they're willing to accept all opinions. If you're going to be a FITNA producer, you're going to be dealing with free market solutions, the communist solutions, and so everybody's got their own take on things. But the idea is the producer, the host, the audience will have to hone their wits on each other instead of talking to the choir, preaching to the choir of people that believe like them. So in that way, we come up with more solutions to rights problems.
Jeff has a question. He has the greatest channel on YouTube. I've known this guy for quite a while now. His channel I'm very familiar with. He's a great guy. His channel is Jeff Hates Pigs. He's got the best channel in the world, and I really like his channel name. He has a question for you. They can do whatever they want. Who's going to stop them?
We are. Understand that in a little tiny courtroom or in a booking cell, there's 5-6 people. But when the court of public opinion or shows like Women of the Jury start doing the same set of video from a First Amendment auditor and putting it in front of a nationwide audience of women. There's a Susan Bassey out of California is a First Amendment auditor who handles family law and excesses of no checks or balances on child protective services or family protective services. And I personally witnessed many abuses. I could tell you stories about that, and ladies having their babies taken away on very spurious pretenses. And one, we have a presidential candidate, I guess without names. You can look on debate tourney, tourney.com for federal officials having one-to-one face-offs instead of 20 clowns on a stage. There's going to be
let me ask you this, Brock.
An interface between the American people and Congress, because Congress can't accept anything with their silly cybersecurity for 24 years now. Of text boxes. So they don't know graphics, they don't know videos, they don't know charts. They've literally decapitated themselves away from the American people, and they're going to have a big wake-up call. So everything we're doing is to empower individuals in the audience to be seen and heard. And if they can't get in to be one of the, say, 7 guests in an hour, well, they can join 7 million other people in various categories of their interest in that particular topic, and the threads will go on for years. And the advertisers might like that. So over time, the content becomes so interesting that less and less commercials we'll have, and we're probably trying to do less than 5 an hour at present, but that pays for the $15 million to kick this off. So as people like Chile, they have a board game on rights, or Melinda Pillsbury Foster, the chair of FITNA, many years ago, she created copper cards, as in cops, what are your rights? And here Chile has got a nice trifold thing that you can hand to the cop.
That's very true.
Crack in the window.
That is very true.
These kinds of products in and of themselves will also get more exposure to educate people. I many years ago helped the guy get hooked on phonics. He was making $1 million a month, selling a phonics game.
Okay.
So there's ways that you can get people into reality action gaming theory in rights from reality, real video from real First Amendment auditors, and that's going to be kind of an exciting way to go.
Let me bring this home just a little bit. A year ago, I said to you, what we're doing, this is going to be the biggest thing in the world. Tell me, Brock, where you see Courage with Cameras and what we're doing 1 year from now on the 251st American year of this country. Where do you see 1 year from now?
To one of the top networks, I would say within a year, it's possible it could reach number 6 with just the existing audience watching the same content they're interested in on a different format. But I think more and more you're going to find many, many more Americans per day interested in this. I mean, on some audience participation shows on interactivity, which the normal networks hate to actually involve the audience, because then they have to respond to people who want to talk on the news. What a concept. Things like So You Want to Be a Millionaire 25 years ago had 29 million people calling in. That's the same number of people that called in to George Bush's do you agree or disagree at an old touch-tone phone in 1992?
25 years ago, 29 million people called in on that show. The 29 people logged.
That was the beginnings of the Phone Voter Television Network, which you can go see at phonevoter.us. As a website on the beginnings of two-way television.
That's 25 years ago. Imagine how many. Imagine, you and I already know how many people watch the First Amendment community just on YouTube. Now, I've never looked into Facebook and all these other things. Give me an estimate on your TV knowledge. How many people will watch this network that we're about to launch every day, let's say 3-6 months into it? How many people will actually be watching on a daily basis, do you believe?
I think it'll probably approach what would be some of the number one networks. There's two parts of the Fox network that each have about 2.1 million, but all of the Fox, there's about 5 or 6 Fox programs, and they total 5.1 million. I think we will beat that, because when you have real news every day on your particular show, and people follow those stories, well, what happens next in a courtroom or bail or what who's held accountable in a courtroom for abusing people's rights?
Who stepped off the wrong curb today? I mean, who stepped off the wrong curb today to get arrested? I mean, this is ridiculous.
The inventing the law out of their ass is a very common. I like the way that Chile de Castro says cop-splaining, where you don't have rights when you do, and they're just trying to tell you they're large and in charge. And that's just not so. And so the voices, like Jason will be showing all voices and all activists. There's probably 10,000 people out there with one violation of rights on their smartphone that they've been wondering what to do with. And if it's every geography. And then, as I mentioned, internationally, we're not talking about just the magic of the U.S. Constitution. You have to talk to principles of rights or rights in conflict, and how that is going to be resolved. And in early America, there were competitive judicial services, not just a monopoly of force. There were competitive forms of security. And much of it was paid as a percentage of income. So poor or rich all had the same chance in the court. The judge was paid a percent of a rich man and poor man in a dispute. And the judge would be hired by these people. And then guess what? Either the judgment is good and the judge gets hired again, or he doesn't.
Mr. Osgood has
Mr.
Osgood has a question for you. He has stated that advertisers are part of the club. What are you? Hold on. I gotta hold on, Brock. I gotta get the answer out. This is live. I gotta get the question out at least. Let me get the question out. That the advertisers are part of the club. How are we going to overcome the advertisers not liking what we're doing as going against the government and the system?
Of them won't initially because they're part of that club. I'd never use an all or nothing. I'd never say never. The idea is that 20% of the advertisers who are independents will find that the numbers speak. Our distributors are powerful.
and those channels will be heard. And they don't care really, about what somebody believes if they're selling soap. They'll just stick commercials on it because it's a network and there's eyeballs of a certain number on it. And
in the millions.
20% is what we're counting on. By the way, 740 of those are women owned. And when you see owned on a thing, that means they call their own shots. Okay. And we're finding that women who expected the Equal Rights Amendment to be proposed, as distinct from, do you believe in women's rights, yes or no? Or do you believe in the Equal Rights Amendment, yes or no? Those are two different topics. And so when you unconfuse the audience with non-politics versus politics, or shall we say volitional science versus social science, you can come up with some really neat handshake kisses and contracts between people whose rights were in conflict. And other people trying to tell what somebody else to do with their lives and saying, no, you can't. And they say, well, what about this or that, or an unborn baby's rights and so forth. So you get rights in conflict, and you can go round and round. But if you're going to propose a law and force 49% to do what 51% want, that's not a solution. Okay, that's just majority rule, and that's where you get pushback.
So
you rule you is basically what we're after.
Let's wrap this up. What do you believe is the best way to show and highlight all of our guys in the First Amendment community? What is the best way and outcome?
Go through their greatest hits and send them to Jason Ramke. And if they have any shorts out of a longer video, identify what those good shorts are out of a story that has legs. A realtor being arrested because he's got a camera and he's taking pictures of a house. Oh, this guy must be some sort of.
That was in Morgan, Utah. Chili was here last year. You're right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So every realtor there's 200,000 realtors in California alone. Much less the country. So these issues touch everybody. In their own little niche world and their niche market, but rights are something that applies to everybody.
Thank you, sir.
That's what Jason's show is going to do, is highlight this every day, morning, noon, and night. Well, I should say evening and night, prime time. And as it grows to hopefully the number 6 network within a year or so, we'll find the discussion changing from what politicians think and what bureaucrats think and what police think to the people they are supposed to quote unquote serve. And if you believe they serve them and they have a monopoly, well, usually they don't. Whether they're lazy paycheck bureaucrats or people who really like violating other people's rights, you have to show a spotlight on accountability. And I think accountability is something that most people understand. Well, what happened? What's the end of the story? And every day they'll tune in to find out what the next step was on that particular story.
I want to thank you, Brock, for helping me this whole year with this project. It's been wonderful.
Well, thank you for being encouraged with cameras and inviting other people encouraged with cameras to do my individual and civil rights channel.
And your wonderful wife, Melinda Pillsbury Foster. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. We will. I'm realizing you and I need to do a video to explain this together for the masses coming up here in a minute.
That's what Freeway TV is all about. Somebody asks and answers, and if somebody else disagrees with the answer, well, what's their opinion?
And I'm maybe that's the first thing I'm gonna get is once I get this OBS thing, I'll get you on the show, and we can explain what we're about to launch, you and I, sir.
Send this memorandum of understanding that explains fitness commitment to you and you as well to the First Amendment auditors to put their best foot forward, and let's show the ad agencies what you got.
Thank you very much.
Defeating yourself thinking, all of media is against you. It's not.
No.
And I can tell you, if you look on, say, rvitv.com, part 1B, you'll see our leadership. You'll see graphics of the company. If you look on freedomtvnetworks.com /producers, you'll see diagrams and people of who want to see open discussion on many, many topics, including and especially rights. And I thank Jason for
well, thank you for giving me a call at the very end of the program today, which was just fine. My HR director Randall didn't show up until my 90 minutes was up, so he's now fired. So that's how that works out. That's how that works out. He's fired for that. No, I'm kidding. He's a good friend of mine. But
he's very tolerant.
Right. He's very tolerant. We have to be tolerant. He's a funny guy too. But thank you, Brock, for explaining that. I have been explaining it for a little bit of time, and now you covered that, and I'm realizing you and I need to get together and do a back and forth question and answer, and maybe have some guys on as well to discuss this topic before we launch here in a minute. So thank you, sir, for showing up today. I actually appreciate that, and we will get a hold of you tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in. Okay, buddy. Thank you very much. You got it, buddy. Okay, bye. Okay. So there's that. Put the website on there, www.freedomtvnetworks.com/producers. Go over there and look at the page. Look at the exciting news of we're all going to be everywhere all the time on every platform in every way. You're going to see this hat. You get to see this hat. You get to see all my friends. You get to see all the freedom fighters. And most importantly, you get to see the changing of the guard, changing of the policing, because cops, dirty pigs, will realize we are now everywhere on a much mass scale, bigger scale, not 100,000 views on a video. 100,000 views is nothing compared to satellite TV and all these other platforms connected. And I've been saying this for a long time, and I've been proving every time I say something that I'm doing exactly what I said I would do. That's the difference between me and a bunch of other people that don't do what they say. You got people showing up with their dirty croutons at the end of a flipping live stream. They're dirty too, by the way. Nobody shows up. You didn't show up with brand new croutons with your crouton having ass. Okay? What are you doing with your life, Randall? What the hell? This flipping guy. But now you know my friends. And I got a lot of them. I got a lot of friends. Which is good. Because when you are needing good friends, when you're needing good friends to get your message out and everybody else's message that your friends are, and you come across people that know how to do that, you become friends and you make your story that much bigger and help with these dirty scumbag pigs that none of us like anymore and ticket you into oblivion. I mean, this guy, Brock, he's never even heard what a First Amendment auditor was. He's like, well, what's that? I mean, this is 1 year ago. What the heck is that? And I'm like, well, let me show you what a First Amendment auditor is. And that's right after I started my channel. I've been around for years. Well, this is the most exciting time. This is the most exciting time because there's censorship everywhere. And we put this program together and this network together to change policing. And I think he's way off, by the way. I honestly believe that by the numbers, this is just YouTube. This was done 1 year ago. 2.5 million every day. The top 200. Okay, look, if you're putting, I was talking to Mikey up there the other day. He said his whatever Facebook, whatever, it's blowing up, and there's so. If I was to go live on like this ticky tacky, whatever the hell it is, you're getting a whole different audience. When we go to satellite distribution, I think it's going to be 10 million. I think it'll be 10 million people. In fact, I actually think it's going to be more, but I'm not going to say how much. 20 million. I'm not going to say how much. 20 million. We'll be watching every day. These live programs. There'll be one in the morning, one in the afternoon, and then one late at night. And then eventually it'll be 24 hours a day. We'll have a host on every channel, or for every hour in 24 hours, there'll be a host showing these videos, showing auditors, showing what we do going years back, because there's years and years and years of content for 20 years. And this is what hasn't happened. Like I said yesterday, or I'm going to try to go live every day because of this, I have to make sure that I'm able to go live every day, at least for an hour. Even if Randall's not here, he's fired, by the way. Get your ass out of here, Randall. You're fired. You showed up at the 90-minute mark. Where you been all day? I got to talk to supervisors and flipping and TV people and do a show, and you're over there eating croutons off of the dirt. What the hell's wrong with you? They're crazy what's going on in the world. But we're going to help these people. We're going to help the dirty crouton eaters of the world. That might be a t-shirt, dirty crouton. Oh, shit. Dirty crouton eaters. Oh, shit. That's funny. The dirty crouton eaters. People are going to go, what the hell are you talking about, dirty crouton eaters? Oh, man, that's funny. But I wanted you to get a sense of what, okay, he knows TV. Okay, these people aren't no TV. They are website people. They have all the contacts of all these. And I'm the guy that's putting it all together with them. So for all these little cowards that run their mouth, that actually aren't doing shit, you're not going to city council meeting, you're not auditing, you're not doing shit. You come on channels because you're a wrench on a bunch of channels, yet you don't do shit. Okay, these cowards that did that, they're screwed. None of their shit will be played. None of it. Zero. And anybody that ran their mouth, go fly a kite. You're out of luck. I'm the wrong guy. Trust me. I'm the wrong guy for you to talk shit about me. I'm the wrong guy, as you can now see. So go fuck yourself. The answer is no. Go off into oblivion with your bullshit wrench. Whatever that means. Nobody cares about wrenches on satellite distribution TV for 10 and 20 million viewers, you cowards. You should have been nice. That probably should have been the right thing to do. But since you weren't, fly a kite, Brandy. Go suck on your fucking mom's tit. You coward. You coward. Brandy, you coward. Now you get it. You guys, not you guys, a select few ran their mouth for no damn reason. And now they're going to be ostracized into oblivion. You shouldn't have ran your mouth. Don't come in my chat. Don't come talk shit about me. You should have left me alone. Let me do what I'm supposed to be doing. You idiots that bothered me, I got a big stick up my ass over you fucking idiots. And I'm going to make sure you guys get no airtime ever. None of you. None of you people that ran your mouth about me. That's how it works. Whether it's a dirty cop or some other scumbag that came against me for no reason, I don't do shit to anybody. I confront dirty pigs, and now I got dumbass people coming into my chat, other auditors who never believed me. I bet you they believe me now. I bet you they believe me now. I bet you they believe me now. And I don't care if they didn't believe me or not. I don't give a shit. It's irrelevant. This isn't for them. This isn't for me. This is to change policing and these crooked ass scumbags that everybody's hoop hollering, yay, do a firework, we're all free. No, you're not. You're the most unfree people there is. There is no more free. You're not free. You got to buy a permit for everything. You got to get a license for everything. You got to get a sticker. Don't, I forgot to, even Dave was saying there, everybody use your blinker. You know what? I never use my blinker. I hate using my blinker. I'm not the blinker type. I'm the guy with the funny hat that says I'm anti-blinker. I just move over when it's free. You move over. Oh, he didn't use his blinker. Oh, no. He deserves a $187 ticket. I mean, this is insanity. So I'm very happy you guys got to see a friend of mine, very good friend of mine, him and his wife, very nice people, very religious people, very nice people. They understand what's going, and they're about freedom. And so I'm very happy to be a part of this and help change what the inevitable is if we don't change it. Because doing a few videos and being on YouTube and Facebook and whatever, those are little bite-sized things that will take millenniums to change. It'll all be gone in the next few years if we don't get this corrected and expose these criminals. And I'm happy to be in the position that I am to say I did it. I was right there helping to get it done. And if you don't like my hat, or you don't like my jokes, or you don't like my dog or my friends, good. I don't like you. I don't want you to like me and my dog and my friends and my hat. I don't want you to like my hat. In fact, I don't want you to ever like my hat. But I do want you to understand this is going to change regardless. We're going to go after all of them regardless. Regardless if I wear this hat, regardless of who is going to host. And I want everybody to host. Brick was in here a minute ago. Brick Petition was in here. him and OVTO has been putting their videos out. Okay, these videos, and these guys have been doing this stuff for years. Okay, these guys are patriots. All of us are that want to help change. This isn't for us. We're all old guys now. I mean, what are you kidding me? Well, some of us are old. Some of us are a little younger. I'm a little. I try to claim the younger side of whatever. But some of these guys are older. They're a bunch of old guys. You think they're doing that for themselves? You think Brock is doing this for himself? The guy's 70, says him and his wife are in their 70s. They're trying to help change what has happened to this country. Because we all grew up, us older people grew up at a little bit different time, a lot more freedom. And that's gone. And if we don't change it now, there's a little bit, we got a little bit more window. We don't have much of a window anymore. We don't have much of a window anymore. And so, for everybody that hates me, congratulations. That everybody that loves me, welcome aboard. That being said, let's go in here. And I didn't even get to say hello to anybody. We were just talking and smacking. Jeff Hates Pigs, my favorite channel in the world. Randall's still here. He decided not to, well, I don't know if he was hungry or got some croutons or something. Not really sure. I haven't seen him. He was supposed to be. Hey, thanks, Dad. Dad was here the whole time, too, by the way. Dad was, he first came into the chat, so he's been here the whole time. Thank you, Dad, for being here. Dixie, Let's OTVO, thank you, brother. Brick, too. You guys are hero. You guys are patriots and heroes. I love everybody that stands up to these people and is doing it for the right reason. Jeff Hates Pigs. Jody's here. Who else is here? Thank you. Nope, seriously, Dad. Margate's here. Thank you, Margate. Didn't see you till now. What's the matter? You've been here the whole time. Thank you. John Lund was over at Chili's. He came over here. Thank you, you guys. Thank you. I appreciate it. So it was good timing. You came in today. Apple Dream, good to see you, dear. It's Dixie's our old friend. I appreciate you guys all being here. Thank you very much. This is this is what everybody's hoped for, is to get to the next scale, the next level, or 3 levels higher, or whatever it is. And I don't know if anybody ever believed that we could get there in a fashion for it to change. You sure as hell don't want to keep bite-sizing it, because you will just keep losing our freedoms while we try to nibble at somebody's feet. Okay, it's now or never. There is no going to be 5-7 years from now. It'll all be gone, I believe. They'll censor the shit out of all of us, and they did that in 2017. It's coming again. People lose their channels all the time. And censorship is their only modus operandi. That's all they got left, is to shut us all up. And if we can avoid that, which is what we're doing, we're going to stop this violation of all of our rights all the time, every day. It happens every day. And so, for everybody that has been hanging around my channel for a year now, since I started this channel, I thank you for being here all the time. And Jody's, rest in peace, Father. Rest in peace. for Jody's dad. Um, she's my biggest supporter. I love Jody, and she has helped me immensely. And so, thank you, Jody. I love you, dear. And so, but again, we don't do this for ourselves. I mean, if if you know, yes, the money's going to be nice. Yes, all these guys have great content that they've been plowing for years, and they deserve to get paid. And that's what licensing agreements are for. We have all that in order. Brick, Randall doesn't have any content. He does got some kitty things and some crouton stories. That no, we'll just see about that. But anybody that has years of content, let them have it. This is all going to be played to millions of people every day. All the time. Every hour. This is going to be the biggest thing in the world to me. It is. Not NBC, not all these other. Corruption is the biggest thing in the world. These people are a bunch of dirty scumbags who tax us out of everything. Groceries. If something doesn't change, it's there's going to be a big problem in this country coming up. And so the first thing is to get some of these people under control, these dirty pigs that they go, oh, I don't want to be on that channel. I don't want to be on the network broadcast everywhere. You know, everybody's holding their camera up now. Do your job. Be nice. Don't slam a guy. Okay, that's what we want. That's exactly correct. Don't do that. Don't pull the guy over for a 5-7 over and want to give him a $208 ticket. Okay, this is ridiculous. All this petty shit's ridiculous. It's absolutely insane. Stop doing it. These dirty pigs. But I'm very happy. He called at the right time. Randall, you're fired. You know, can't really say too many, but you got to be funny a little bit. Chili knows how to be funny. You got to be able to mix it up a little bit to have a chance in this industry, whatever industry it is. But I'm very happy. Thank you guys for all being here today. It went way over, but when Brock called, that was the right timing to discuss some of this. This is what it's www.freedomtvnetworks.com/producers. If you go to your left, you hit the producers page, go down, read all about everything that we're doing in relative to the agreement in licensing for satellite distribution, how it's going to work, how the content creators will get paid. You will all get paid. You know, it's going to cost one quarter of a year for advertising. It's like you're talking $15 million. I mean, this is you guys all know about football and all the big things that people watch, and oh my God, it costs so much to do this. Yeah, because it's broadcast everywhere around the world. And that's what advertisers want to know. How many people are looking at your stuff, our stuff, that people are going to now go buy a Snickers bar or whatever the hell it is. Gum, Wrigley's gum, or a damn funny hat. This guy wears hats. But that being said, It's very exciting. Chili is gonna. I talked to him about hosting a year ago. Me and Chili talked about this project. He's great. He's going to be a great Brian. The first person I thought of was Brian. Here's the deal. This guy's great. He's going to be. He doesn't wear a funny hat. Okay. He's great. There's so many great people that we know that it's going to make this great that I am elated. I'm absolutely elated. I know where this is going. This is going to be the biggest thing in the world. I said this a year ago. I went, holy shit, you have no idea who I know, bro. I know all these people. I know all about everything way back, many, many years. Fester and everything way back. Johnny 5-0 in California. Okay. A lot of these people, newer channels, don't even know who that name is. But it doesn't matter. I know where this is going. It's for a purpose, and we all need to have a purpose. And now we know what purpose can get yourself. The stars are all aligning. I will say that, and it's been a hell of a year. It's been fun. Now it's fun. A bunch of damn dirty criminals when you're going through this shit. But they're not going to win. We're going to win. I didn't do this to lose. I did this to win. And we're going to win. We have already won. They just don't know yet. These dirty idiots that all of their faces will be broadcast around the world, these public servants, and they will go, oh shit, these guys made, they're just a First Amendment auditor. Yeah, okay, that's exactly who we are. No, we're the people that's going to make you people famous. That's who we are. And there's a reason for all that. And they deserve every bit of it. We're going to be famous for doing the right thing, and they're going to be infamous for doing the wrong thing. Thanks for tuning in. Jeff Hates Pigs, Jody, Dixie, Randall. Let's see who else is here. Randall, Brick, Let's OTVO, Dad's still hanging out. Jody, my sweetheart, thank you. All right, I love you guys. I appreciate it. Jeff Hates Pigs. You guys have a wonderful evening. The stream was 2.5 hours again. But we get her done. That's all that matters. Yep, Jeff Hates Pigs. He knows who Johnny 5-0 is. A lot of people don't even know who that is, Jeff. A lot of people don't know who Ricky Mundy is. They don't know who that is, that name. Go look up Ricky Mundy. I wouldn't know these names if I hadn't been around and I could do this job. And so I'm very happy to get this network going. I'm very happy to put it all together. And now I need everybody else to be on board and say, yep, my content can be showed to millions of people, instead of 50,000 people. Sean gets 100,000 views in one video, just like NBC. Okay. Now we're talking millions and millions of people. And these people are my friends, and you guys are my friends, and that's exactly what we're doing. So thanks for tuning in. You guys are the best. I appreciate you still staying here. That was a great stream. And now we got And now we got the information out. www.freedomtvnetworks.com/producers. There we are. Thanks for tuning in.